to Prej. Def gonna jump? No, I'm not. Dude, I'm on my depression arc.
Spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight.
Ardbert, shut up, bro.
I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
Bro, why the fuck are you talking to me? Shut up. I already know this. Secrecy is worse. I'd rather people knew. I still can't believe it's coming from me. It's all such a mess. It really is such a mess, huh? And it's all my fault.
Aye. An all too familiar one. Here you stand alone, expecting no one else to bear the burden for you.
But heroes can't do it all alone, remember?
Corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out.
This guy's just repeating the most obvious statements.
But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet.
Really?
I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives.
Mm-hmm.
One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burns so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive.
Think he's flexing on you? Bro's just being a dickhead, to be honest.
Well, come on then.
Man wants to fist bump me so bad. Fine, bro. What is this, fucking Killer Bee and the Eight Tails? Wait, what?
As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished. The fates have gifted me a minor role in yours.
What are you gonna do to me, bruh?
I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish.
Wait, what?
For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll
Are
do
you
my
actually
best
gonna
to stop
eat
you.
him? I think so. I don't even know what just happened.
So, let us be about it, hero.
Maybe Ardbert isn't so bad of a guy, huh?
Oh, I was worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
Pixie.
Friend.
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours.
Yeah, I'm kind of fucked.
My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you?
Fix me.
Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it. Cut ties with the mortal world. Hide away in the castle.
Ooh, I could be an immortal pixie. Not a bad idea.
It won't fix the problem. But would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Il Meg will rise up in your defense.
This really isn't a bad idea.
My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them.
I'll take it.
What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that
Never
you
mind.
never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower?
Flower.
A little bit.
My dear beloved sapling, you are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour.
Melusine
With such
Snakes,
trickery,
thank you so much for
easy
the
to see
follow.
through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place. Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow.
X-Arc.
See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue.
X-Arc. Maybe I can use the crystal. Wait a minute. I just realized. If the X-Arc is part of the crystal tower, and he could absorb my light, maybe I could shit out all of my light into the crystal tower.
Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
Wait, I'm actually so smart. Holy shit. I'm actually so smart. Thank you, Pixie, for giving me the idea. Thank you. Fa'ul. I remember her name. Dude, that makes so much sense. He said he was part of the tower. Like, he literally just is the tower. So therefore, and if he could absorb me, therefore, so can the tower. So the tower is gonna get rid of all my light. There you go.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter.
All right, thank you,
Once
Lena.
you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
Whoa. Books. A lot of books. Bookj. Books your only weakness. Oh shit. Echo time. Good thing I don't have to read and I have the echo that'll just tell me the point. Wait, he's in here with Orion J. Oh, he's telling him.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then.
Yeah, Grahatia, I remember him.
By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our
Wait,
star.
what? He's from the future.
Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
Bro, what? That means there's a different timeline.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
This is the divergent of the universe, like this point.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest.
Whoa, Sid actually
In hopes
survived?
of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the river of time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds.
So Sid figured out how to time travel. Wow.
Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes. And thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice.
Bro, Sid is different. Where's Nero in this equation?
But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder.
So you're telling me Sid can figure out how to time travel, but he can't make a gas mask for Black Rose?
Mankind is finished. Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity.
I see.
This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
Mm-hmm.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century.
Wow.
But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only woman who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous.
True.
Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was her, the warrior of light, has been our unbroken thread.
I am dependable, aren't I?
Where others would stumble and fall, she would rise above.
I would.
Where others would break and run, she would carry on.
I would.
The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery.
It is.
To tell it was to feel courage.
That's true.
To hear it was to feel hope.
That's
It
right.
was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow.
Dude, I'm about to cry.
In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally.
That's Lord Hien's blade. Bro went down
Tiny
fighting.
pages of a noble's memoirs were her deeds joyously retold.
And that's the Count's book
These
of...
stories are
Oh
the
my
flame
god,
which burned through the
bro.
coldest of nights.
That's the Count's book. He's the one who's been writing down my stories to tell the world.
And so it should come
Bro!
as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the warrior of light herself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga.
Count's entire family
She
are
was
homies,
the
dude.
lodestar that
They
brought
are,
them
bro.
all together
Like, he's
to send
actually
their final
the
message
GOAT.
back through time and space.
Oh, bro.
Her. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live.
No way.
I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the flood and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. It was clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world.
Maybe Orionge ain't so bad after all.
I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me. But
True
in saving
scuffed.
one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity and make of it a portent, a prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the rift.
Wow. So his vision wasn't even like an actual vision.
Is this truly thy wish?
It was just to set this all up. Yo.
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would, and I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course.
Dude, history remembered me because of the Count's writing of my tale. That's crazy.
I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
And now I just found out about all of this because I have the Echo. And I can just know everything. I'm about to cry, bro.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
I mean to hunt down Emmett. I mean to rescue the Exarch. I mean to have a few words with both Emmett and the Exarch. I'm gonna hunt down Emmett. Emmett. Bro, Emmett's so funny.
Dacian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Alright, let's go find Emmett. Lena. Oh shit. Oh god. Not now. Okay, it was just a small one.
We have found thee.
Orionge, what's up, bro? I know about your secret.
Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste.
Haste? Bro, I was out of my room for like 2 hours.
Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Yup. I already know, bro. I already know.
Orionge has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses.
Damn, bro. Got man's on his
When I agreed to
knees.
aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not?
Orionge, it's fine. You don't have to apologize.
If thou canst forgive my deception, or Failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time. I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
It's fine, bro. It was a good plan. I forgive you. Let's go. No more lies. I am a danger to those around me. What do I say? No more lies. No forgiveness. Look, third option, you're actually a demon? I don't care, bro.
Pray believe me when I say that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee. Indeed, I curse the
Yo, I'm actually
circumstances which
gaslighting him
compelled me to
so
do
hard. I am gaslighting him
No
so
further
hard.
secrets lie between us, I swear it.
Well, Jay, it's fine, bro. It's fine. It's just a
I'm
prank.
sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea.
Bro, shut up.
Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianche. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again.
I really hit him with the I don't understand what you did at all. No
Please,
more lies.
You must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, calm down.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Bro, Alize is such a quick, like, temper. Like, she's always yelling.
Of course I know. I know only too well.
Makes everything
But
about
making
her.
promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness.
Twins
It's
are
a lie.
useless.
Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed.
Okay, so go give up then.
I am not about to stand in her way now. Not after failing her in her hour of need. No. The least
Jake's
we
mad.
can
Yeah,
do
for real.
is
Cry baby. What would Louis Soir do, huh? You're his grandchildren.
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue.
Suicide to save her.
Lead, and we shall follow.
Why are you
If there is any hope to
disrespecting
be
Master
found,
L?
Then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
It's all him and his students. No. True, to be honest. Y'shtola tried doing it twice
Though
already.
We may not know the whole story. We do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
Dude, the Crystarian people are really the homies, huh?
You told them!
No. Well,
Papalimo did not succeed. What are you talking about? At the end of the day, Shinryu came out and I had to kill it.
When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it
Two
was
flower
hard not to
rotates
put
the
two and two
top.
together.
Yeah, true.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the
Bragi.
homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive, and I knew at once that it must be you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, 'twas clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel
Spring
his
in his
excitement.
step.
That's right.
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from.
Lena was a
or why
hater
you've
day
all done
one.
so
She
much to
was.
protect
She
us.
was. But she has my name, so like I
But
can't
we are
hate her.
deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
you might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting.
Yeah.
What is your will, O warrior of darkness?
My will is to be with you forever, Y'shtola. Defend the Crystarium until we return. Leave it to us. We'll see the Exarchs home safe and sound. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Bro, what are these answers, bro? Do I be pessimistic? Leave it to us. We'll see the Exarch home safe and sound. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just give them orders, bro. Defend the Crystarium until we return. Yeah, just stay here. Yeah, you're right, actually. I don't even know what they're defending it from. Just defend it, guys. This way, they're not in my way. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about the innocents when I go all out. Wolf and I killed Bismarck extremists, eh? Oh, nice. Bismarck.
Wir Sach, Bilan Bismail.
What do you order from McDonald's? Well, I pretty much never go there, but if I would, I'd probably just get chicken nuggets. Oh, what's up, bro? Dude, this is like the turtle in Avatar, The Last Airbender. 20 chicken nuggets. Yeah, exactly. I'd probably just get like 20 chicken nuggets and that's it. Grim, hello, bro.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fae to know that didn't go well.
Oh, Shadowbringers. So far, so good. It's been Pog. I know what to do. I need Fa'ul. Come out, friend. I actually summoned her for once, by the way. Like, intentionally.
Oh, my snake! Yak! You've learned to call me at last!
Yeah, true. Lurk.
And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight. Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can. Gers Bismail win picked. Van Dromi Drom Jacob.
Bro, she's gonna yell at Bismarck. Yo, Bismarck just a simp, huh?
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
Mm-hmm.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
I'm chilling, Lasky. How are you? In a comatose state. Oh, what the fuck? Are you sick? Whoa. Whoa! It's a giant whale. Bismarck. That's kind of cool.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows?
Trying to fix the
Seeing
visual
them
scale
war
it
types
failed.
wake up and smell the ashes.
Yo,
was
you
miracle
have to,
enough for
bro.
me.
Get to it.
Ah, but the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
Isn't that great of a job, to be honest?
Do you see that?
Bismarck, 24 hours to start. Right than unemployment. That's true. Oh shit, is that wave gonna like kill them?
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
Oh shit, here comes the wave.
Whoa, yeah! It's not stopping!
GG.
Run! Run!
And now I have killed even more innocent people. For no reason. The Flood 2.0. True. Bismarck. Whoa. Are we not underwater? Like.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves?
Interesting.
The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being.
Emmett.
You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Not only that, pounding you, I also, all these coral and shit, they're all the coral and shit is dead too. Like, I just killed an entire ecosystem. God damn, bruh. Bro, 24 an hour Canadian is like $1 per hour here or some shit. I'm just waiting on. Finally, I can see.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan.
Ardbert.
Was it? Did it belong to one of my friends?
Yeah. The archer girl. I thought you were always watching. Yeah, for real. You should know the answer, dummy.
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day.
I definitely don't.
So tell me, if you would, How did you come across that crystal?
It's a long story, bro. They were kind of like rezzed, and I killed them all.
Oh, it was render raised then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them.
True Blazefire.
I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you. About the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Mm-hmm. What if I don't want that?
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
Robert talks like he has a choice. Yeah, that too, actually.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Ingrid, you already know, man.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
Mm-hmm.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Emmett.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm alright. Oh yeah, I'm about to explode.
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Fish monster.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes. Impossibly so.
Mm-hmm.
We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes.
Finless one.
I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
Even if you sweat Cheese Whiz, it's still your sweat, so you wouldn't do it. Like, if that's how you know it, knew it as. It's because you don't. It's because.
By the gods.
Yo, she didn't say by the 12. Cheese Whiz kind of good. Yeah, you're saying it's kind of good because it's not your sweat. But if it was your life and it was your sweat, you would not be saying that. If you woke up tomorrow and all of a sudden you sweat Cheese Whiz, yeah, sure, because it's different. Like, you have a different perception of what it is. Also, we literally just found Atlantis.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Scuffed. Weird. New York? No way. New York's way dirtier.
We are seeing
And it
the
would be
same
under
view.
construction. Wait, Stola can see this?
The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... Everything here pulses with ether.
Whoa.
Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
What the heck? Wait, even Stola can see it. Interesting. No. It's level 80 quest. That's it. Okay, I have to suck up everything on my Sam now. That's it. Everything's level 80. Okay, but we basically got a level 79 stage for free, though. Pretty cool. You know, you can unlock a lot of different adventure-related customization thingies. I did not know that. But that's cool. Wait, there's a current here. There's a current, like, right here. What? There it is. Look, you can fly here. Yeah, there's a current. So I'm assuming so. This place is kind of big. You do get your money back. Yeah, you do. Imposing door. What happens if I open it? Open sesame. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Lena Dookie recognized. Welcome to the city of AMAUROT. Wait, what? How do you recognize me? Did Emmett put me in its code? Oh yeah, Emmett did invite me. I wish to ride the lift. Ground floor, now. Yup. I make orders. Ground floor, now. Alize. Wait, I just realized there's no like skyscrapers in this world, so this is like the closest thing to it. That's why they're pogging. What is this? Actually, Alamigo has big buildings too. Whoa. Wait, I need this dude's outfit. He's friend? What the? Bruh. This thing is kind of scary. Can you tell us where to find Emmett Selk? Yeah, where's Emmett? They're children. It's funny. Dude, this guy's kind of a homie. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, he did make a city, yeah.